What up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Film Bros Podcast. I'm your host, JP. This is my co-host, Josh.
Hey, everyone.
Hi. We got more topics to discuss with you guys today.
Yeah.
Not really a big, long weekend, but we got a few good stories, some positives, some negatives. But, we're back here to discuss it with y'all. But before we get started, you want to go ahead and let them know where they can check us out?
If you want to hit us up at any time, that's Twitter and TikTok at Film Bros Podcast. If you want to listen to our previous episodes while you're doing whatever you're doing, Spotify and Apple Podcasts at Film Bros Podcast. And if you have time to watch us on YouTube, at Film Bros Podcast.
There you go. Our handles are all the same, just different sites. But with that,
it makes it easier. It's convenient.
What?
It is convenient for them.
Of course it's convenient. It's convenient for all. With that being said, let's go ahead and just get started. We got we got some good stories coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to start with the juiciest thing right now. It's been making waves everywhere, DC Studios, right? We wound up getting a new logo over the weekend. A lot of things have been developing from there. Some good things, some not so good things. One thing is for sure is that we've heard about the reboots and the recasting. The old DCU is no more. We are now moving into the future called the DCU. James Gunn has a lot on his shoulders to worry about. We got people being displeased and from all corners. I mean, when one thing that hit for sure was when Henry Cavill
obviously
got dropped. Not just Snyder fans, but also fans, DC fans, whatever, were hurt because they've been waiting for a while for him to come back and it never happened. So one thing that was really concerning today that happened is that this morning some news broke saying that everybody's basically gone except for Jason Momoa. He's going to be recast in a different role. And that a few people are going to be staying, like some of the Suicide Squad characters and Harcourt. Now, James Gunn came out and debunked this and said that it's not true. Now, you've been reading his tweets, and his tweets are very vague. Very, very vague.
Yeah.
It doesn't confirm nor deny anything.
Nope.
And as him trying to be a people pleaser, I understand. It's just not making any. It's harder to believe in somebody who's being so vague. You know what I mean? Because it could mean, you could totally think that it's meaning this, but it's meaning something else. But before I jump into his tweet, do you have any thoughts on the whole reboot, recasting, anything like that?
Not really. No, I mean, I don't know. It all sort of died out when he put out Henry Cavill was getting fired, so I don't really have anything else to say about it.
Well, all right. Well, I'm going to jump in and go ahead and read this tweet that he put out. He actually put a thread. Like I said, it's very vague. It leaves a lot of open doors for interpretation. So with that, James Gunn tweeted today, one of the things Peter and I were aware of when we took the job as heads of DC Studios was a certain minority of people online that could be, uproarious and unkind, to say the least. Our choices for the DCU are based upon what we believe is best for the story and best for the DC characters who have been around nearly 85 years. Perhaps these choices are great, perhaps not, but they are made with sincere hearts and integrity, and always with the story in mind. No one loves to be harassed or called names, but to be frank, we've been through significantly worse. Disrespectful outcry will never ever affect our actions. We were aware there would be a period of turbulence when we took the gig, and we knew we would sometimes have to make difficult and not so obvious choices, especially in the wake of the fractious nature of what came before us. But this means little to us in comparison to our jobs as artists and custodians in helping to create a wide and wonderful future for DC. Now, somebody asked him underneath all of that and asked, who knows if it's true, but recasting all of the main DCU characters, but keeping some will be interesting how Peacemaker and Suicide Squad actors live on. But the others don't, particularly when they have all interacted together. James Gunn responded, I keep seeing these posts with this untrue theory. We're not recasting everyone except the Suicide Squad. So, like I said, very, very vague. I mean, a bunch of things. Even when, Patty Jenkins was let go, he never really confirmed, denied anything that happened. He just kind of sat back, said everything was professional between the two of them. It's just, I find it completely just weird. I get he's a vocal guy on Twitter, and he wants to be connected with fans like that. And at first, it seemed pretty cool. But with all these vague answers, it just seems like he's just trying to be liked by everybody. Like he just wants to be liked by everybody. But this is not going to be a liked by everybody job, especially by that minority that he's, talking about. And I honestly believe this is like a little warning flare. Like, you better recast everybody or some shit's going to be happening. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you heard the tweet. What do you make of it?
Man, I don't know. When I seen this on Twitter, and I was like, I don't know. We know who he's talking about. We don't have to, lie and be like, oh, we know exactly who he's talking about. He's probably responding to the Fire James Gunn hashtag that's been going around for the past couple of days since he announced Henry Cavill's been dropped. I don't know. It sounds like it's vague, and like it does sound like he's trying to like be everyone's friend, but like, no, it's too late. He says that minority and stuff, but under his tweets and under his Instagram posts, they all say bring back Henry Cavill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it can be a small minority, but it has to be enough to be, grabbing his attention for him to tweet like that.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, and to be frank, the minority that he's talking about is the Snyderverse fans. Mm-hmm. Everybody always says that it's a small group, but a very loud group. Now, I don't think it's a small group of people, but would a small group of people be able to honestly get the Snyder Cut released? There's no way.
Exactly.
There's no way that would have happened with just a handful of people, but a lot of the question on everybody's mind, and kind of on mine, is what is he gonna do about Harcourt? I feel like he kind of put himself in a rock and a hard place. He's married to her, and I don't think she has any more other movie credits besides the Suicide Squads and Peacemaker, like basically what role she's in now. So it'd be kind of awkward at Christmas dinner if he has to tell her like, hey babe,
I'm pretty sure
booting the situation, everything's gonna be gone.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna stick around. He's gonna have that little favoritism toward her and stick around. I don't think that he's gonna get rid of her. And like her role is minor. She's not important to me. I don't really care for her character. Like when she showed up in Black Adam, I was like, oh, I guess that feels more like someone else's job, but sure, why not? But like, I don't know. Obviously it makes sense if she sticks around. It's his wife and whatnot. So
yeah,
I mean, she can stick around, I guess. But like, hopefully he doesn't try to give her bigger roles, because then it'd be like, okay.
And that's something that I wanted to tell you too. Like, this is how I know that this thing was kind of in the works, because around when Black Adam was coming out, nobody knew who the Keys to the Kingdom was going to, and it just seemed like it was an all-out, grab. You had The Rock trying to promote Henry Cavill and his vision, and then you had, James Gunn trying to do his vision, and it just seemed like everybody was trying to do their thing. So now that Hardcore was in Black Adam and all this reboot stuff's happening, I honestly believe he kind of had a heads up. If he already knew and was kind of working with them to the point where like he was able to put Hardcore in Black Adam, it tells you how far back it has to, these conversations have had to been going. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's gonna be interesting to see how he handles it. I don't think even if he keeps her, like if if they're recasted into a different role, I think it'll be fine. Mm-hmm. But I think if they keep them in the same role from the same universe, it's gonna be a very like a middle finger to certain fans and a big what the fuck to the rest of the people, you know. So,
yeah. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, she's not important to me. Like the only person that I think should really stick around, like I said earlier, is Amanda Waller. That's it. She's the only one that I think, you know. Mm-hmm. Whether they recast Wonder Woman, that's up to them. I hope they don't. I hope they keep her. But like Amanda Waller sounds like the solid choice. And like like I don't really, like I said, I don't care for hardcore. Like her character just seems kind of enemy, even in Peacemaker, you know. And I know I shit on that show a lot, but like she was like one of the least interesting parts about it, I think.
I kind of liked her. I'm not gonna lie. She was actually in the Suicide Squad, not really, but in Peacemaker, I think she really kind of shined. But I mean, she really she like I said, I don't think she's had a lot of roles, so she's a
poor woman's Amanda Waller. That's it.
There you go. So it was I really don't have an issue with her. I will have an issue for sure if he does decide to keep her as the same role, because I'd be like, what the fuck? You know, we had so many other people, and yeah. But I mean, if he recasts everybody, so we're in agreement. If he recasts everybody, it'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
it's the cherry picking that needs to not happen.
Pretty much,
correct. Yeah. Okay.
And like the Suicide Squad roster, it changes. It does change. Like I showed you the comics. Like it changes. Like it is what it is. Like, you know, they even threw Red Hood on that team at one point in the comics. So like it could drastically change. So that team, I'm always expecting to change. The ones that don't change, but I guess evolve, are the Justice League. Like Justice League, you get the main six, and then, you know, you add more. That's evolving. That they don't change. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So like, I don't know. A lot of it's gonna have to change, I think.
Yeah, you know, hopefully he does right. But I mean, with everything happening, you know, there's a lot of work going on. Is gonna lead me to my next topic. Is kind of with everything going on and all everything happening. Like I said, Henry Cavill's out. Gal Gadot. Limbo. Everybody's basically in limbo. He saying that there's going to be a reboot, but hasn't really confirmed that people are staying or leaving, which we can pretty much guess that people are going to be exiting out, right? Yeah. With that, you know, it's coming down. Henry and Gal's name kind of came up, and you know they paid him $250,000 to do a cameo for the Flash that they're not even going to use. It's been reported that there's a rumor going around that there was a scene, but it's not going to be used because they don't want to give anybody the impression that he's going to be coming back. And they're also saying that there's a rumor that Gal Gadot might not be in the Flash anymore either, that they might have removed her cameo as well. Now, there's other people saying that that's not true, but as of right now, it's kind of been a tug of war. I mean, if they're not going to use Gal, would they do the same thing to her as they would do to Henry? I think if they're going to be recasting everybody, I just think that all these movies, even the last 4 movies, because we have 4 more movies coming out, like, it's going to be very hard for the audience to want to go watch it if there's no reasons to go watch it, you know? And I feel like if there was a Henry Cavill cameo in there, people would want to go watch it. If there was a Gal Gadot cameo, you know, people weren't going to go watch it. Unless they're the kind of people that are like, this Baba is dragging out a little too much, you know? Now we're seeing Henry Cavill in the last movie in the DCU, and it's gonna be hard to please a lot of people. Yeah. It's just, I mean, do you think it's right that they cut him out? Should they have cut him out?
It'll be like reopening a wound. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like we're still getting over it. I'm still trying to get over it, but like it's, if they were to do that, I'm sure it would have been like, you know, a nice moment. But again, it'd be like opening a wound, and it's like, it'll be like, damn, we got him for a cameo again. But then let go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess it's smart that they decided to keep it out, but it would have been nice to see it. I think
it would have been nice. But I mean, they paid money for that, $250K.
Exactly.
Nah, just for them not to use it.
Pretty much.
All these shifting scales is crazy within the DCU.
I know. And like these last 4 movies are just gonna be like, you know, like I know we're probably gonna go see them, but like not everyone is, and you know, they're probably gonna be, they're like the last gems of like this DC universe before they decide to reboot with whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see those movies. I mean, for me, it kind of just feels. I kind of just feel kind of done with DC at this point. Like I love DC. It's just with everything happening, it's too much, you know. And it's coming down and it's hitting straight into the actors. You know what I mean? So, which is gonna lead me to topic 3, still DC related. You know, it's hitting the actors hard. Some are not handling it as well. The Rock, basically, you know, over the weekend we heard that he unfollowed both WBD and the Black Adam account. But on top of that, we also got a report from, I believe it's from The Wrap, that he declined a Shazam 2 cameo because he wanted a movie for himself, and he doesn't want to get mixed up with a secondary character. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, my man, you are playing a secondary villain to a secondary character. You could have easily done the cameo and made the fans happy. This is what I was saying in the past pods too. Why is there Black Adam with no mention of Shazam? Why is there Shazam kind of hinted to him in the first Shazam movie? Kind of hinted to Black Adam with the chair at the very end and all that stuff, you know. Black Adam's just completely just trying to stay away. What the hell does he think he's going to accomplish with that? Nothing, because there's not going to be... Bro, it would have been cool to see him fight Superman, but I don't want to see him fight Superman before Shazam. It would only make sense to build up the ladder. Why are you just going to go for the top dog?
Yeah.
But, I mean...
I saw the quote.
Yeah?
I saw that. And I was, you know... like as much as I like Black Adam, and you know, it's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna have to separate the art from the artist, because The Rock's he's something else, bro. I don't know why he would decline it. Like, that's a real comic book thing, and for him to just be like, nah, I'm like, that's dumb. That's so dumb. Like now I'm kind of glad he isn't getting a sequel. I know I'd still want it from a certain point, but if he isn't gonna play ball with anyone and he, you know, kind of just be himself about everything, then that's fine. You know, he can have his one-off movie and move on. And if they decide to recast him, and then, you know, that person will be more than happy to throw hands with Shazam. You know.
Yeah.
And who's to say by like the third one that doesn't happen? You know.
Exactly.
So
and, I mean, like I said, I don't mind him fighting the Superman. I don't mind him. It would have been cool to see him and Henry Cavill go at it.
Exactly.
But you can't, man. You can't just jump up there like that. You can't just do... I mean, it's kind of like Justice League. If they just, you know, put Darkseid in the first Justice League movie. No, you're going to have to build up to them. Same thing with the MCU. Mm-hmm. They didn't put Thanos in the first fucking movie. You got to build up to Thanos. You know what I mean? It's just... It seems like he just wanted everything right there. Like, spectacle just wanted to happen. And it was just... It's too much, and I think with everything that happened, James Gunn taking over, him losing out on Black Adam after 15 years, it tends to rub somebody who can't take an L the wrong way, for sure.
Yeah, it shows. So, like, if he wants to be how he is about it and not play with anyone, again, power to him. He can do the next Rock project, whatever, but, like, eventually they'll get someone who will, and then they'll throw hands and whatnot. So
of course,
it is what it is.
Yeah, any, come on, you get a role for Black Adam to fight Shazam, you're gonna take it. It doesn't make any sense to me why he would say no, besides his ego being too big.
Pretty much, yeah. And like the quote was something along the lines of like, "Oh, I only play with the big leagues," and I'm like, bro. It isn't about you. It isn't about your character not being in the big leagues. It's about Billy's character, Shazam's character, being in the big leagues.
Yeah,
like it's in the comics. It's like his fight with Black Adam that kind of makes him that mature. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like that, so he can be that hero and whatnot. Like I know he's still gonna be goofy because he's a kid, but he gets that sense of maturity when it comes blow for blow with Black Adam, but like he's totally willing to just skip out on it, and that's kind of lame.
Yeah, Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense to me, and it doesn't. It's really weird that he would just say no,
Yeah.
no altogether, just because I want to fight the bigger dude,
Yeah. No.
bro. Just understand, it takes time, brother. It takes time. It's not gonna just happen
Exactly.
overnight.
And like, what does he want to do now? They're aiming for a younger Superman. His Black Adam's gonna fight a young Superman. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, he knows as well as everybody else that he wants to just do his own thing, and it kind of shows me who he is because when all that stuff was happening with Vin Diesel on the set of the Fast and Furious franchise or whatever, like, was it now at this point in time, hearing that he fraudulated numbers for Black Adam, hearing what how he's lashing out about unfollowing Black Adam account and the WBD account, like, bro, like, that's uncalled for a little bit, and then to just basically flat out turn down a Shazam cameo just because he did. Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense. Sounds to me like he wants to cherry pick a lot harder than anybody that I've seen because he just wants to build his roster. He wanted his part of the DC and what he wanted to do and how he wanted to run his spectacle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and a lot of people used to say, like, I think it was you too who used to say, but didn't you say that The Rock was gonna save DC?
Yeah. The hierarchy was gonna change.
Yeah.
That was before James Gunn came up and fucked us all. So
He was not, bro. You're not gonna tell me that he was gonna save the DC universe with Black Adam.
he probably would have, not with just Black Adam, but I'm sure his role would have been, a bigger part. Because I mean, think about it. He was hinting at bigger movies and stuff along the line before James Gunn came in and was like, "Nah, November 1st, it's mine." So like, I had no doubt it was gonna change under his role because he's one of those people that like is really hands on and gets creative. Despite his ego and how big he thinks he is. I'm sure he would have done really entertaining movies,
So can we like put the blame that it flopped on The Rock?
Kinda, sorta.
Okay.
Like, it's touch and go. Like yeah, at a certain point you'd be like, nah, it's The Rock's fault. But like, he was promoting the fuck out of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see much of Warner Brothers doing that. Like The Rock was on every interview, like, go see this movie, and then he was the one that was like, Henry Cavill's in it, like, he had free range to market whatever, and I didn't really see much of like WB.
I honestly believe if he wouldn't have spoiled that Henry Cavill thing, I honestly believe more people would have went to go watch the movie.
Well, didn't it leak first, and then that's when he was like, yeah, it's true.
Well, it leaked through leakers. Obviously, people were saying that it happened, but then he just flat out started saying it in press tours and everything like that. And Henry Cavill coming out literally the weekend on that Monday and saying that he's in it and he's making his return. Should it have boosted numbers? Probably, but when people heard like, oh, it's only 5 seconds, they were probably like, I could wait. And so I don't know. I feel like it could have generated the hype if he would have kept his mouth shut about it and just let it go through, word of mouth.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I had no doubt at first that he could have done some really cool things, brought back Henry Cavill, whatever else. But then James Gunn was like, nah, it's mine now, and was like, all right, now we gotta start from scratch,
Well, I mean, James Gunn makes a point though. You can't move forward with all the baggage. That's one thing. Like, you can't. And as much, as anybody would want, the old Vision, Snyderverse to happen and everything, it's been too tainted. It's been too tainted to just turn back and be like, hey, it's going to, we're going to get it all back. It's gone on too far. At this point, a total reboot is probably the best to do right now. I love Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. I wish we would have got that Batfleck movie. It pisses me the fuck off that we never got that. Honestly, I would have preferred that over Batman, since I don't know how we went from Ben Affleck's solo movie, directed and written by him, to Matt Reeves with the whole timeline was just wicked for me. But I just wish we would have had. I would just wish we had those characters, and if we're not gonna have them, it's fine. But just to run it back one time, we need to recast everybody, and Black Adam is gonna be another movie Gone in the Wind, along with The Rock, because at this point, The Rock does not know how to compose himself with an L. So I mean, if at this point, I mean, what a way to go with The Rock crying on Twitter and just completely saying fuck this, I'm not even gonna promote it anymore. You know what I mean? And it's weird. It's weird to see actors doing that kind of stuff.
I know, and like I don't like. It would be a different story if he was like, yeah, okay, the movie flopped. Let me talk to James Gunn and whatnot, and we'll do a second. And if I have to play with Shazam, I will. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
then at least you'd have a better movie, better direction behind you and whatnot. But no, he wants to be a one-man show. And, like, I'm sure that would have been fine, pushing out a Justice League movie with him and whatnot. But, like, knowing him, he would have wanted it, Black Adam winning, this and that, and whatnot,
Yeah.
So, like when he makes things, his ego was just clashing with it. The creativeness behind it.
Yeah. I mean, and don't get me wrong, because I know The Rock has ideas and everything. He knows spectacle. He's been in the WWE. Right. He knows all that stuff. So, it was some things I trusted in, but like I said, at the time when the Black Adam was coming out and he was posting all the time, it just seemed like he was just trying to grab his piece of the pie. When they had asked him, like, oh, could you be the head of DC? And he was like, oh, I'll just be here to help. I think he would have loved the job if it was presented to him, and he would have I think he was just trying to be, obviously humble about it at the time, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have thought twice about it and took that job in quickness. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's crazy, the L that he's taking all because of this whole switch up that's happening, and just seeing him like that on the internet is kind of weird.
Just for him to do a 180 on a movie that he was kind of like really backing up is kind of dumb.
Yeah, but I mean, speaking of actors going ahead and making a fool of themselves on Twitter, or not making a fool, I don't want to say making a fool, but we were talking about this earlier. I wanted to discuss with him first. I didn't know if because our boy Cyborg himself coming back to DC to the head, to the actual head, and basically is calling James Gunn out because of him backing up Josh Whedon at the time when all the events of Zack Snyder's Justice League was going down, and Ray Fisher was trying to come out about DC and all this and that. And I was talking to my co-host here and was wondering, is it our business to even want to cover? But I kind of feel like we kind of got a resolution, and we can kind of, discuss and speculate on this one. So since we did get kind of a resolution, if it's a developing story, we'll break it down for you as it goes along. But for now, he basically put up screenshots of when he was calling out James Gunn, the head of DC Studios himself. Yeah. He was calling him out because he liked Alan Tudyk's tweet about Josh Whedon, saying that he could never see Josh Whedon doing the things that Ray Fisher accused him of. He told James to basically speak on it. He tweeted this back. This was like in January of earlier this year. Said, "You got it." Shortly after Alan tweeted this, he apologized for commenting on a situation he knew nothing about. I read what Alan said, and I thought, damn, he's right. It was something I knew nothing about, and I shouldn't have liked the tweet. So, kind of, and then Ray Fisher thanked him, added James Gunn, and then today, I guess it was deleted, right? So now it's gone. He basically called him out. He says, the way James Gunn uses fake grace on Twitter is really funny. Him going to bat for Josh Whedon, pseudo apologizing for it, and then deleting it immediately before taking his new DC job is not. Refusing to apologize for toxic behavior seems to be a job requirement for WBDC.
Damn.
James Gunn replied a few hours later, said, all my tweets are automatically deleted every few months. Ray, it has nothing to do with my tweets to you. So Ray's basically saying that, he's trying to get rid of all the drama before he takes a new DC job. James Gunn saying that his tweets automatically get deleted. Now, granted, James Gunn probably has a point. He recently came out of that whole debacle with Disney getting let go of Guardians of the Galaxy. That's how he got his first try at DC, his first stab at DC. Anyways, it's not too far fetched to think that, oh yeah, I need to make sure that I'm deleting my tweets after a certain amount, because if you've seen the tweets that came out, guys,
not very good.
Not very good at all. Not very good. So he's basically saying that he obviously is just gonna ride whatever ride he needs to do in order to get to the top. Doesn't matter. I kind of feel like it's out of pocket for Ray Fisher to even worry about. Yeah, I don't think that he needed to put this on blast or anything. I don't know why he would do that about James Gunn. I mean, they haven't passed words. That when I called you, I was confused because I was like, oh man, did I miss something? It was just weird to see that he kind of just went out of his way to do this,
Well, yeah, it's definitely weird, but I just want to know what he was thinking, because if it's a disrespect kind of thing, I can get it. He once apologized to him and whatnot, and was like, okay, but I think it's more of like he probably seen it as like, oh, now he's the head of DC. He thinks he can just fly by, apologize to me, and then delete it. Like, that's disrespectful. But like, if his tweets are set to delete every few months because of what they revealed of him way back when he was fired from Disney, then it makes sense that he'd want to cover his own ass and have that function on.
Yeah, because like I told you, it kind of leads to that point. Why do you feel the need to have your tweets protected like that? Like, why? What are you posting that you feel the need to have them deleted every so often? You know what I mean? And that was kind of a question for me. Like, if you know you can't be trusted, why have something clean up after you? Just don't do those things.
Yeah, no, it's a little weird that he has the function on. I can understand it because the shit he used to say was very out of pocket.
I mean, it made him lose his job.
So
Warner Brothers said, we don't give a fuck about that. Come here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but again, if you're watching what you tweet and you're more conscientious of what you're talking about, you shouldn't be afraid to have it out there anyway. But again, I can see why he has it on.
Yeah, and I get Ray. He never got his apology. You told me that earlier. He never got his apology for what happened. So he's probably a little bit bitter. And now that he's taking over, he's probably like, oh, well,
someone has to apologize.
So somebody has to apologize. I don't think that's the right thinking for him. But I mean, he's been one of those actors who likes to air out all his stuff on social media. So hopefully, I mean, he hasn't responded yet to any to what James Gunn has said. So hopefully, he kind of just notices that it was kind of out of pocket to do it on a random Monday. Like, bro, we just going to work, bro. Like, why are you doing this? And so, I mean, hopefully it's just a one and done thing. I guess we're gonna have to wait to see, when everything kind of breaks down a little bit more. But with that, we're gonna move on to our next thing, and it's so exciting, because I've been waiting for this confirmation for a while. Season 2 of Invincible is coming in 2023, guy.
Oh, yeah.
About fucking time, bro.
Finally.
Yes, man. And we're going to get an announcement in January.
Oh, okay.
Right after the holidays. So we're going to get a release date at this point.
Hope we get a trailer.
Man, it's something, bro. It seems so odd for an animation show to take so long.
Yeah, I know. It is a little weird. But again, the animation is kind of...
It's
really good. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's kind of understandable.
And I mean, the only thing I'm hoping that comes out of this wait is that, like, because I know that they got greenlit for another season already. I think they got greenlit for 2 and 3. Yeah. So I'm hoping that they're just
pumping it out.
So like back to back, we get a new season now.
Yeah.
I just thought it was exciting. I was like, about damn time, bro. I think, when did the show drop? In like 2019?
Something like that.
2019, 2020, something?
Somewhere around there.
And man, just watching it, I was like, man, when are we going to get another season? I thought we were going to get it in 2021. Nope, did not get that at all. I was like, God damn, bro. Like, I just want to see another season.
I hope It means that like the seasons are well packed. You know, decent sized episodes and whatnot. Like I want it to be just as good or better than the first season because what goes down in the comics is nuts.
Yeah, the first season was really good too. Like I didn't even think, you know me, I didn't even think I was gonna make it past the animation. To be honest,
Yeah,
I didn't think I was gonna make it past that show. But man, after seeing that first episode, the very end when Omni Man is just taking down the whole team, I was invested. I still feel bad every time I see that scene.
yeah.
I still feel bad every single time I see that scene. I'm just like, my God, it's so evil. Like it's bad, but.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear it. It's good that we're finally getting some kind of news. I don't know. Have you been waiting? Have you been anticipating? Did it drop off your radar because it's been so long?
No, of course not. It's been one of those things where it's like, man, I need to hear something, you know. And like when I first seen it, I was like, oh, okay, like you have to watch it. And then you were like, oh, you know, the animation and whatnot. And I'm like, no, like trust me, it's worth it, you know. Like
I thought it was anime.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he thought it was anime, and I was like, nah, man, it's not. It's honestly, you'd think it'd be a kids show, but no, it's so much better than anything, you know.
No, it's really good, and yeah, for anybody that's out there,
if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. It's so good.
The first, I know you guys, I know a lot of people can't handle animation or cartoons, but it's a really good cartoon adult show. Like it's
one of the best comic book shows. Like they were comparing this one to like The Boys and Daredevil when it came out. So.
Oh yeah, this one, it's really good. So if you guys haven't seen it, season 2 is coming in 2023. Make sure you guys watch it because we will be covering those episodes.
Yep.
Moving on, you know, Avatar 2 made a big splash. We haven't went to go see it yet. All right, I'm gonna give it a buck. We haven't went. Holidays are here, man. I honestly believe they dropped it at the worst time. The worst time. The holidays. It's already close to Christmas. Everybody's, you know, bunked out on change. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get around to it. Hopefully by this week we'll be able to watch it. But how about with the box office? Because the box office was predicted to make over 450 mil. It kind of came up a little bit short. Wound up making 434 mil. Not where they wanted. Still great. I believe the production for this movie was like around 400 mil. So, I mean, basically broke even on opening night, right? I made a little bit extra on opening night.
Yeah.
So it's tracking to do good. I'm hoping the drop doesn't happen. I mean, it's a 3-hour movie. I'm assuming people went pee on their first watch, so either watched it the second time or they're gonna wait till next weekend to do it.
He said you can go pee and come back and watch it. So.
Yeah, I mean. I'm hoping by the end of its run it breaks a bill, but I mean I'm thinking it might fall a little bit shorter, maybe like at 900, 800, depending on how these drops happen. Mm-hmm. But I still think that would probably mean a success in their book because if it, honestly, let's be honest, I mean I haven't seen the movie. I'm hearing it's nothing but good things from it, right? A lot of people are saying like it came out too late though. Right? Like it's been forever, which I understand. It's hard to keep, and in this day and age, everybody's brains are like fucking guppies, bro. Like they move on real fast, bro. Yeah. Real fast. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you know, those people, you can't even name one of the characters from the first one. It's like, it hasn't been that long. It's literally been like 13 years. It's not too bad. I mean, some people might still remember it. Some people might not.
Y'all sat your asses for Incredibles 2.
Yeah. And
like, that one was just as long, no?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
You adult baby guppies.
So, I mean, if it would have came out sooner, I feel like it would have done numbers. But I've been seeing people be like, oh, well, he said he needs to make $2 billion or $1 billion and everything. It's like, yes, he has to make that money, but he's not going to make it opening night. How are you going to make $2 billion in opening night? I mean, you could probably do it, but it probably wasn't going to happen in December. I'll tell you that much.
Exactly.
But, I mean, for it to maybe not make expectations, but to, you know, go up there. I mean, what movie had a $400 million opening this year? I don't think that many.
I can't think of a few.
I mean, is that common? Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't think so. But, like, again, this is what I was talking about in the last couple episodes where, like, people are like, man, I want this movie to tank. Like, why would you want that? Why would you personally want that? What kind of, like, person are you where where you think, damn, I should totally let this movie fucking tank because the director is saying this, and that about it and hyping it up. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Yeah, like Wakanda Forever took like till Wednesday. Oh no. Yeah, Wednesday. So the first week it took them about a few days before they crossed that 400 mil. Yeah. Yep, not too bad. Yeah, no, they're doing pretty good. I don't think they're doing bad. So far with the numbers, and I mean, it might take a drop next week because some people already watched it. Maybe some people watched it twice already, but I don't think it's gonna drop hard. I think a lot of people are gonna want to watch this movie. Like I said, I probably bad timing. Probably like December 16th, dangerously close to Christmas and New Year's, guy.
Yeah.
Like it's too close. But you know, what do you think? It almost got to the expectations, but did not quite make it. But way up there still, right?
Yeah. I wonder why. I like if all those pre-ticket sales are, showing something. Why? How does that work? It's so weird.
It's just a prediction. People calculate what the hype is. Yeah, they take tickets into consideration, but they don't. It's hard to take into consideration the tickets that people buy, when they get there. So they try to equate, like do numbers and try to predict how many people are gonna buy tickets there.
I hope it's so good. I hope it's good and makes us want to watch it twice.
Oh, we're gonna watch it in 3D. We're watching it in 3D. So if glasses bug you,
I hope we get. I hope we get to. I hope it's that good to where we do go want to see it twice because
I want the water to splash on me. Yeah,
it's like that one thing from Universal, the attraction, Waterworld or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, the water
just splash on you.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I hope it'd be nice. But yeah, moving on. So we also got rumors, rumblings in the MCU atmosphere that Sam Wilson might be making a new Avengers in Captain America: New World Order, Captain America 4, and they're gonna be taking on President Ross. Interesting. I gotta figure it's gonna be like an ensemble film. I heard She-Hulk's supposed to. Excuse me. I heard She-Hulk's supposed to be in Captain America. A couple other. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3. A couple other people are supposed to, be making they're supposed to be coming out in that movie. So, I mean, it kind of seemed like it was going to be an ensemble film. I didn't know that it was going to be an Avenger movie. Like I said, this is all rumors. So, we don't know if it's true or not. But, I mean, what do you think?
I hope. Well, okay. Well, who's still alive? Who's still alive to be on the Avengers? Think about it. Like, unless
Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, okay. There's not that many people.
Captain Marvel.
She's doing her own thing right now.
Miss Marvel.
She's still in space. She's supposed to be something else. She's supposed to be a champion or whatever that team's called.
Wanda's dead.
What? She's dead.
Dead.
Yeah, she's dead. But like, there's no one to make that team right now. Like that's the weird thing. It feels
Bucky? No, he's gonna be in Thunderbolts.
Well, yeah, he's gonna be part of the Thunderbolts. But like, I don't see that happening. I don't think.
Yeah, it kind of seems kind of far fetched. Like I said, I mean, there's rumors going around that She-Hulk's gonna be in there, so I think there's gonna be a few people in there. I don't know if it's gonna be a whole Avengers lineup. I just like you. I just wouldn't know who would they use. There's just not a lot of Avengers left, unless they bring Thor back. What love?
See that, man. Yeah, no. The Avengers seems like a far concept from happening anytime soon. Like, I know Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars is supposed to be around the corner and stuff, but like, for right now, it feels like everyone's kind of just trying to do their own thing. So I don't know what team they'll try and pull together.
Yeah, it's probably gonna consist of a lot of the newer characters 100%. Maybe get Shang-Chi in there. It's gonna be a lot of newer characters. I mean, so if you didn't like a lot of the characters of Phase 4, probably not gonna really enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's just a rumor. I mean, obviously we're gonna know more as it comes out.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it kind of connects with the, like I said, with the rumors that were being passed around that She-Hulk might be there.
Yeah.
But that on the same note as the MCU, we got word that Peyton Reed, the director of Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man Wasp Quantumanium, right?
Quantumania.
That he basically went to Kevin Feige and was like, I want an Avengers level threat movie. I got the quote right here off of Pop Culture. It basically says, Director Peyton Reed demanded a bigger film for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumanium. For the third one, I said, I don't want to be a palate cleanser anymore. I want to be a big Avenger movie. I metaphorically kicked in Feige's door, he says. So it sounds like he was, ready to take on a lot more. He was very ambitious. An Avengers level threat, I think he got a little bit more than he can chew with Kang, because I don't know how Scott's going to even match up to this guy. But, yeah, man, it seems like he got what he wanted. Kang's here, and it looks good. The movie looks good. The trailer looks good. Kang, Jonathan Majors looks fucking ripped. It's wild. But you heard his comment. What are you thinking?
Well, it's obviously a change of pace. Out of all the movies that have come out, this one seems like a very serious one. Not just for Ant-Man, but the entire MCU Phase 4 slate, Mm-hmm. Like, Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness was serious. Obviously, Black Panther was. But, like, I think it's after or before this one, we get James Gunn's Guardians and then Captain Marvel. So I don't think any of those two are going to be that serious.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, this one, it really feels like stakes are going to happen. And I know that really didn't happen with the second one.
Yeah.
But I think it should be good. I don't know what exactly that means, Avengers level threat, because what can Ant-Man really do, against someone like Kang? Like, I know we'll have to wait and see, but, like, an Avengers level threat requires the Avengers and not just Ant-Man. So, I mean, we'll have to see. I know he's probably not the only Kang running around, because, I mean, we have to wait for Loki season 2 to see where he's at. But, like,
yeah,
like, I'm sure he's not the only Kang to exist.
Nah. I mean, hopefully he's not going to be treated like one of those, one-off evil villain characters just because we're going to get another one down the road. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully Scott can't just randomly kill him and then they're going to be like, well, don't worry, Kang's going to be back in a different form, It kind of feels like cheating in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like it's kind of cheating. They should really, like, make him a menace and don't let him go down so easily just because you can replace him.
Yeah, they established that that there's multiple of him, in every universe and whatnot, and that they run the ship, apparently. And the one that was in charge in Loki, if you guys can remember, was apparently the one that was the nicest of them all. So, I mean, if this one's a menace, okay, but, like, don't kill him off. Whether they decide to keep him in the quantum realm, it's totally up to them. But like I just hope they don't kill him off. But like you said, it would be it would feel like cheating a bit.
Yeah, because I mean, multiversal movies are good and all that stuff, but I find it like cheating when they, when they have to go back in time or multiversal and stuff like that. It just feels cheating. That's why when Rebels did it with Ahsoka and that one episode, I was kind of like, really, Star Wars? Like, why are you getting there? Like, it seemed like she had a meaningful death and you're just going to cheapen it by bringing her back like that. Is like, you know what I mean?
Time travel is messy.
Yeah, it gets very, very messy. But Peyton Reed's getting his Avengers level threat. Will Ant-Man make it out? We're going to have to wait and see when it comes out. But speaking of Ahsoka, we got word. There's a leak out there, okay? Hayden Christensen, the golden child himself, is going to show up in Ahsoka wearing the Revenge of the Sith outfit when he was wearing a Mustafar. And that there might be a younger actress playing Ahsoka in the series when flashbacks happen. So, yes to both.
Yeah.
Yes to both. Hayden Christensen coming back and looking like Revenge of the Sith. Hayden Christensen, bro, sign me up. I am there for it. A younger Ahsoka Tano too. I don't even know who. Honestly, I was thinking they can use that girl from Euphoria, that black chick. What's her name? the one. Man, what's her name? The not the white girl.
Is it Zendaya?
No, the black girl that's popular.
Oh. Man, I don't know.
You don't know?
I have not seen that show in forever.
I haven't seen it in a minute either.
I cannot recall anyone, or I cannot recall anyone from that show because I only watched season 2 once.
Let me see if I can find her. But yeah, Maddie.
Oh, the chick that played Maddie?
Yeah, her. Yeah, I think she would make a good Ahsoka Tano. Like with the makeup and everything. Yeah.
Maybe? I guess I can kind of see it.
In a way, like a young one.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. I mean,
she's 32.
I wonder what they'll have in store when that happens. Does that mean she's seen him at some point after or before? Oh, well, no. Right?
They might do a flashback to episode 3, to be honest.
Well, yeah, but like, how does that work?
Because they never mentioned her in episode 3. But what if it's like no, because the last time he's seen her was
before episode 3.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird.
They'd have to very like tiptoe it.
Because, and retcon something.
Yeah, because the way it sets up, it's before they go to rescue the Chancellor from Palpatine, like literally before the movie.
Mm-hmm.
They meet up. He gives her the sabers and stuff. So if it's a flashback from around there, I guess I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
But like she does her thing on Mandalore. She talks to Obi-Wan after killing General Grievous or whatever.
And then she's up in the ship and that's it.
Yeah. And like there would be no way between there and then Anakin turning into Vader where they've seen each other.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have to be very careful, otherwise they'll step on a mine and the Star Wars fans will be like,
yeah, this one's gonna be but Dave Filoni's on it. I'm sure he's gonna do what he has to do. I have no doubt that in his hands we're well taken care of 100%. But it's exciting news to hear that we're gonna get Hayden Christensen back.
I know, so glad that he's coming back to Star Wars after
and a young Ahsoka. And a young Ahsoka, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the way they treated Hayden Christensen is fucking terrible, okay? I grew up with that man and literally made him stop acting and everything, and now that he comes back, everybody's like, yeah, we love him. It's like, no. I loved him, okay? And then you guys just hopped on the train. You.
Not me. That's not fair. I wasn't born to see all that hate.
He only grew up in the love.
Yeah.
Where's the fairness?
I mean, I'm going through it with the sequel trilogy, so I mean, it all comes full circle.
Don't do this. We're gonna move on from that one. We're gonna move on from that one because we don't want to hear that here. Ray Palpatine. So Jerry Bruckheimer came out and said that Margot Robbie's Pirates of the Caribbean movie is still alive.
Oh shit.
The production company came out and said it. Now, is this a miscommunication between Disney and them? I don't know. But it's kind of getting to the point where I'm like, maybe it should just stay dead. Honestly, I don't think I was asking for this movie in the
Yeah,
first place.
no,
So I
I
mean,
wasn't
if
either.
if it's still alive, I mean, can we just put it out? Can we just be done with that? I mean, I really don't care to see a Margot Robbie led Pirates of the Caribbean film. To be honest, as Harley Quinn, she's cool, but there's very few movies I actually like her in. So I mean, I really don't. I really don't see that. I really could care less about a Margot led fucking Pirates movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so either. It's doesn't sound very exciting. And then like when we heard it was dead, we were like, I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. Disney will have to move on. But like, if it's still alive, how? Who's asking for this?
Disney, Disney. I know like as soon as Johnny Depp was taken off because of everything that was happening with Amber Heard, I know that they like greenlit this shit hella fast. So it kind of made me feel like it was like a like when you break up with somebody and you're like, man, I want to rebound really fast, and then
Yeah.
they're about to rebound, they're about to get it in, and they were like, you know what, this isn't wrong. I'm still in love with the other person,
Yeah.
and
It's
so
weird.
it's kind of it's just so weird. The miscommunication is fucking completely off. I mean, if they wind up making a pirate, you know what, I think we're long overdue for another Pirates of the Caribbean
Well,
movie
yeah,
too.
but
It's hard to see one without Johnny Depp, right?
yeah, pretty much. So like, I mean, this movie happens to be made. Good for her and whoever's asking for this, but like, I don't know. It doesn't sound too exciting. It's very weird. Very weird stuff.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'm not excited. It's funny that it came out saying that was gonna happen, but I mean, if it doesn't happen, not mad at it at all.
Mm-hmm.
But for our last topic tonight, I kind of wanted to talk about, like I said, some good things are happening at the DCU, some bad things are happening, and Henry Cavill wound up biting the dust, but apparently Amazon is closing in on the rights to 40K Warhammer, Warhammer 40K, and that Henry's basically going to be starring and executive producing whenever that happens.
Okay.
I mean, I just think it's a win for Henry because I mean, he lost out on a lot. He's not getting the Witcher role back just because it's not working out with Superman. He's out of 2 jobs. I don't know why he just up and left The Witcher. It's fucking weird to me, but he's not getting his job back for it. So it's a good thing that he found something he can land on and fall back with. I mean, if this is something that, he can do and he'll be cool with for a little bit, I mean, why not, right?
He should have been James Bond.
He could still be a James Bond. Now, one question that I want to know, what is Warhammer 40K?
I have no idea.
You didn't know either?
Nope.
Okay, we're going to find out together right now. Announce Warhammer 40,000, a popular miniature tabletop game from Games Workshop, and Cavill is set to star in a movie and TV show based on the dark futuristic warfare game. He will also serve as an executive producer. A board game? It's a board game?
What?
It's a board game.
What the fuck? Damn you, James Gunn. It's all his fault.
It's a damn board game, bro. That's funny. But it's good. It's okay, because, I mean, they made Battleship.
No.
They made Battleship pretty exciting for a board game. You not seen Battleship?
I've seen Battleship.
Did you not like Battleship?
No. It's a fine movie, but like, it's not one of those things where I'm like, hey, you know what's a good movie? Battleship.
Hey, first of all, there's times where like I'm there, on Saturday afternoon, have nothing to do, and I decided to put on Battleship. It's not a bad movie. Let me see. I kind of want to see the Rotten Tomatoes score. I've never looked at it. Oh wow, it's at a whopping 33%.
My God.
With a 54 score. It wasn't that bad of a movie though. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of enjoyed it.
Fuck you, James Gunn. It's his fault. It's his fault that our boy Henry is doing a show about a damn board game.
Yeah, man, it's not very good. That's crazy. I didn't know it was a board game. I thought it was like an old TV show or something.
If it would have been a video game, that'd be somewhat better.
I mean, it looked like it was tanks and stuff and like warships and stuff. So I mean, it has to be something.
They should just make him not Sherlock Holmes, James Bond.
They should, but he might be too old.
So?
He might be too old for the role. I think they're gonna want to go a different direction. See, why didn't we use him in his prime? Now he has to do Warhammer. Fucking 40,000. Who fucking gives a shit now? I mean, it's like I said, it's good that he has something lined up. It's good because he was too stupid. Because he was too stupid to get a fucking written contract for Superman before the part. You don't leave a job before you get another job. You don't leave a job before you get another job. He said he had a verbal agreement for Superman. You not just see what Warner Brothers did to so many actors? Award doesn't give a damn, bro. Nah, man, that's crazy. I don't know. I've never heard of Warhammer 40K. I'll probably do a little bit more deep dive on that one. I literally thought it was an old TV show. I probably should have looked it up a little bit deeper. But I looked it up before, and it just was the articles about it. So I was assuming it was a TV show, like a popular TV show or something that came out. No, it is a board game.
Damn.
Like I said, they made Battleship. It's not that bad of a movie. Don't listen to him. He don't know. It's not that bad of a movie. So I mean, Amazon Studios is gonna make. Shut up. He's gonna make Warhammer 40K. It's gonna be a TV series. Might be a little bit more fleshed out than a movie. Right? Damn. They fucked with your boy Henry Cavill too hard.
It's not going good. I feel bad for this man. Fuck you, James Gunn. I swear, I can't. They should have just kept him as Superman. I got nothing. I don't even know what that 40K thing is. I have no idea. And if it's a board game, what the fuck? That's like what they're doing with the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, it's literally just a board game. Look, I got to the...
Except all the cookies. The Dark Millennium?
Fight for the future of humanity across the vicious, war-torn galaxy. Welcome to Warhammer 40,000, the thrilling hobby of tabletop wargaming. The game is set in the grim darkness of a far future where mighty armies clash on countless war-torn worlds, and humanity stands alone, beset on all sides by the threats of the heretic, the mutant and alien. There is no mercy. There is no respite. Prepare yourself for battle. There's never been a better time to get into Warhammer 40,000. Make sure to stay up to date with the latest news. Okay. Well, who's he playing? This guy?
I don't know.
He has to be the good guy. He has to be this one. He has a giant pokey thing in the back of his head.
He looks like the good guy to you?
This guy looks like the good guy to you?
No, none of these look good to me. They look like they're fighting over something that no one wants. Is that the trailer in the back?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, it looks like they might be the good guys then.
In the darkness between the stars.
I'll put this video up for you guys, but
cool, appreciate it.
Find no deliverance.
God damn.
We are raised to believe that the God Emperor watches over us all. And so we are charged.
They made a cinematic for a board game?
The heretic, the alien. We must not falter. sword. We are his wrath.
This is a long ass trailer.
Oh, this is like an RPG or something.
Even in the face of death, we shall not submit. Suffering.
Henry Cavill's
is
playing
our
that.
prayer. Faith is our armor.
Interesting.
Jesus? No.
In battle, he offers us redemption.
Didn't even cut.
And for those who prove worthy, the Emperor sends forth his angels.
Oh shit.
You know what, the chainsaw?
He be playing that big ass dude.
Yeah, it got to be him.
Our Imperium is besieged. Across 1,000 worlds, we fight for our survival. Those that would tear humanity down are legion. Our forces are few. Our enemies...
Oh, that guy was getting ate up.
There is no respite.
Oh damn.
There is no mercy. And in our darkest hour, a spiteful universe awakens forgotten evils to...
You know how much CGI this is gonna take? I think we got the gist of it. We understand. So is it just a board game? Oh no.
It's a mobile game.
It's a mobile game. It's a computer game.
This still does not make me feel
Yeah,
good.
well, I mean, with that little trailer, it kind of shows me what the story might be about, you know? So, I mean, I could see Henry Cavill being put in one of these suits. I don't think... It kind of seems more like a... So, what's that one game called? The one that Dave Bautista wants to play.
Oh.
Gears of War.
Gears of War.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of something like that. It's going to be interesting. Yay, Henry Cavill. I mean, I'm trying to look at the bright side for this man. He did some dumb plays, did some dumb moves. Probably took the
Not as dumb as James Gunn's moves.
He's rebuilding a whole universe. He's doing his best.
No, he ain't.
Henry Cavill quit The Witcher because The Rock said, "Hey, we're gonna get you back as Superman." He was like, "Yeah." No. All right, y'all. Well, that's going to be the end of the pod today. Like I said, we're going to be having a few videos coming out. Our editor over here is going to be hard at work. Make sure, if you guys are on YouTube, make sure you hit that notification bell. But Josh, if they aren't on YouTube, where else can they go ahead and follow, subscribe, and do all that good stuff?
At Film Bros Podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you want to hit us up on any other social medias, we're on Twitter and TikTok at Film Bros Podcast.
Yeah, let us know there. If there's anything that we missed, any topics you want us to discuss here on the pod, go ahead and hit us up on Twitter. Leave a comment. Mm-hmm. You know, we want to interact with y'all. We want to know what y'all think.
Exactly.
So go ahead and hit us up. But with that, that's going to be the end of it, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Talk to you guys later.
Late.